I'm Rob Levitt. I'm a ski instructor at Aspen Highlands, and I teach part-time for Challenge Aspen. This is my 30th year teaching here for SkiCo. And we met Eric 20 or 25 years ago when I was teaching over at Snowmass. And we've been skiing together almost every year since then. So we've gotten into a really nice rhythm together. In the old days, you know, I would have 4 coffees in the morning and a Red Bull at lunch and get home and just be wiped out because it was stressful. But now we work really well together, and so it's really more of a normal ski day for me than a grueling work day with the blind guy. Eric is definitely driven to succeed and likes feedback and input, and is really always working on his skiing, and that's what makes it fun for me. So we started hiking the bowl 5 or 10 years ago. And it's interesting, the patrol yesterday was worried about him hiking up. They thought that the trail was going to be too slippery, but he's climbed Everest, so I knew getting up wasn't going to be a problem, and then my job is just to get him down. And even now, I don't stress getting him down, but my job is to get him down and make it look pretty and more efficient, and that's, you know, that's what we're working on. We ski probably, you know, 2 to 4 times the other year. So if we skied more, we would work a little bit better together. But you know, after a couple of runs, we're sort of back in the groove again, and it's really cool when I look back and see him doing exactly what he's supposed to do. And I know it's got to be fun and feel good. And yeah, I think we get it a lot.
I was cautious because it's so narrow there, so you know, it's good to know the consequences, you know. And like on the left, I kept tapping my pole just to, you know where that edge is. So I wouldn't say I was like nervous, but I was cautious just because, you know, a fall would be a bad consequence, I think, there. I keep hearing. So yesterday I was way out of breath, and today I felt fine walking up the ridge. I needed to acclimatize just a little bit. Sleeping last night in Aspen was perfect, you know. But yeah, yesterday I was huffing a little bit, a lot actually.
But these trips weren't your first trips going up?
No, Rob, I don't know, maybe like 5 years ago started bringing me up the bowl. And I was telling Scott that you were saying, you one day were like, I think you're ready, let's go do it. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready, like, let's talk about it more. And you're like, no, you're fine, we're ready, let's go. And then I was like, it's kind of windy, it might be too windy up there. I think maybe we should delay a little bit. And you're like, no, it's good, let's go. And then we just went up there and did it. I was 32 when I did Everest. I was kind of fit back then. But yeah, no, it's all good. The bowl's not that big. I mean, it's a little bit, I would say it's just a little bit, I feel bad slowing people down, but it's more because I'm trying to find the footholds and I want to make sure every step is good. And I figure, so the only thing about hiking like that is that it's a little bit slow, you know.
And having someone with a bell in front, that helped.
That's really helpful, yeah. Yeah, because then you know what direction to walk in.
And then
oh yeah, so I had amazing friends and guides on Everest. Really good friends I'd been climbing with for years. They knew me, they knew how to, you know, what I could do and where I needed help. You know, we were a really good unit. And kayaking, the same way. And then the same way with with skiing. I don't trust anybody because you're moving at high speed, and blind person gets credit for skiing blind, but the guide should honestly, I'm not just buttering you up, but I mean, should really get the credit because they're like looking down and looking back, and it's a lot of stuff happening quickly. It's a hard job. Kayaking is the same way. I mean, my guides on kayaking compared it to like, you're like in this 3-dimensional video game and you're trying to steer this little remote control blind guy through the chaos, but yet you're gonna get wrecked by the chaos if you're not looking where if you're just looking at that person. You gotta sort of be so good that you're not even really thinking about your own self. And in kayaking, I had many times where not many times, but a few times where my guide would get me around a big monster hole and they'd go into it and get destroyed. There's that point where it gets kind of nice. It's not like super steep yet. And then at one point you're just skiing and you're like, whew, I'm like touching the snow with my fist every time I take a turn. That's definitely steep. But today it honestly didn't feel as steep as yesterday. Sure that was the same run?
Same exact run.
Weird. Yeah, it's like, you know, on groomers you just don't really get that feeling of like dropping into space every turn. And so I'd say for me it's a pretty unique experience. And that's a kind of a hard thing as a blind guy to like sort of trust that when you just like let go into space that you're gonna come around, you know? Look, it's all what you choose to pursue. So this is the stuff I choose to pursue. I mean, I have friends who are blind and they're the head of procurement for like, you know, Sam's Club. Like they're, you know what I mean? And I look at that and wonder and I go, oh my gosh, how the heck do you do that? How do you look at a spreadsheet when you're blind? So yeah, I think it's just what you sort of commit to and what you then spend a lot of your time pursuing.